What's up, my friends? I've spoken in over 30 countries around the world, and I've asked this question in all sorts of countries, all sorts of cultures, and I actually don't even ask it as a question. It's MLM has a blank attached to it. And guess what? Every single country, they come up with the same exact word. We're going to talk about that today. Greetings, my friends. Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. So yes, every country I've been to, if they speak English and it can easily be translated, I've been on stages and I've done this in multiple countries, like literally 30 countries. MLM has a blank attached to it. And the audience goes, what? What word do you think they come up with? The same exact word that they come up with every single time is stigma. Stigma. Now, I haven't taken the time to Google stigma, but I don't think it means anything very good. In fact, when I hear that word, I know I'm going to get gross here for a second in this episode, but when I hear that word, when it comes to describing that MLM has this thing to it, what I visualize in my mind is it's like this big, fat, seeping, pussy, red, infected wart that's... I know that's gross, right? So the reason that pisses me off is because you're telling me that the profession that I've been in for 3.5 decades has this big fat seeping wart attached to it. And for anybody who's in this profession, anybody who's involved in network marketing, nobody likes that word. Nobody likes the fact that people say MLM has a stigma attached to it. Now, look, here's the thing. We're going to cover that today. Why does MLM have a bad rap, if you will, amongst a certain percentage of the population? And what can you do about it to shift that? Or can you do anything about it to shift that? So we're going to talk about that. Okay, so again, that word, and excuse me for being a little graphic there, but that's just kind of the way I look at it. It's like, wait a minute, this profession I've made my livelihood out of for many, many years, that many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have made great money, changed their life, changed their lifestyle, has this stigma attached to it. So look, here's the interesting thing. When we talk about like the negative viewpoint that some people have, like sometimes think about this for a second. You have a prospect that you're reaching out to and they ask you, is this network marketing? When they ask you that question, how do you respond? Are you responding like, yeah, absolutely it is, I'm a professional network marketer, or do you shy away from it? What's interesting is, and I could go for a long time in this episode now that my mind's going, but I'm not. I'm going to stay laser focused on this. When somebody asks you that question, you need to be coming from, a convicted belief state. I've had, conversations with people over the years. I'm like, is that network marketing? Is the company you're involved in network marketing? They're like, well, we've got executives and we're not exactly described as network marketing, but it's literally a network marketing company. It's like they're shying away from the very thing that they're involved in. And honestly, I don't know how you can be successful when you're not even willing to admit that you're involved in the network marketing profession. So again, that's for another episode, developing beliefs in the space. But first and foremost, if you're involved in a network marketing or direct selling company, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you are involved in network marketing. And there are people out there that don't get it, that don't understand it, that also there's a lot of misconceptions around network marketing, but there's also a lot of things that people have done over the years to, create that word. So let's talk about those things. And then again, like, can you do anything about it? So, okay, so somebody joins a network marketing company. The problem is that it's so cheap to get in that anybody can get in. Like literally, you can get into some deals for free. It costs you nothing. Let's just call it $50. Like anybody can scratch together $50 to get started in a network marketing deal and get a distributor kit. So what that creates is a situation where you have people that honestly shouldn't even be in the space that are out there talking about how they're going to get rich overnight. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if you don't do this, you're stupid. And they nag, and the only thing that they can talk about at their family events is their MLM deal. And they're just pecking away, peck, dude, don't you see it? And the family members get irritated. And the friends get irritated. there is a professional way of doing network marketing, and there's a very unprofessional way to do network marketing. And because we don't have this, like for example, I train on network marketing. I teach network marketing. I teach people how to develop the skill sets and, what kind of principles do you need to apply? What things do you need to do each and every day in order to be successful to make this a lifelong career? And my whole objective is to help people become professional network marketers so that the way I envision a day, one day, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but one day, the masses of people that you talk to, and they say, what kind of company is that? And you're like, it's a network marketing company. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I've been looking for one. But also I wanted to say this, that just because there is a degree of negativity, not everybody's negative. So don't make the presumption or the assumption that when somebody asks you, is this network marketing? Like, are you, don't get on the defensive just yet, because some of those people do say, oh, cool, I've been looking for a direct selling company. I've been looking for a network marketing company. Which one are you involved in? So if you immediately get on the defensive, like they're going to come, attack network marketing, then you're kind of putting yourself in a losing situation there. So, what happens is you have people come in that are completely untrained, that have no, honestly, some of them have no ethics, they have no know-how, and they're out there just beating people up, and they're pushy, and they're naggy, and they're insulting, and they don't know, they don't know when to stop. And and I've had people this it still happens all the time. Even me as a very knowledgeable network marketing guy, I have people that will just send me a text message and pitch me, hey, bro, you got to check this out. It's ground floor. It's a 3x9 force matrix with a spinning twist on it. And I'm like, I don't even care what the comp plan is. Like, what are you selling? That's like they're so focused on the money. And then the other part of it is, this is a big problem, is so many people, and I don't know what the percentage is because I haven't done a statistical analysis, but so many, let's just say a lot of people. They come into the business, they have zero commitment, they have minimal commitment, and they give it a week, they give it a day, they give it a month, they give it 3 months. And, they're out there and they're all like, yeah, man, I found it. We're going to be so rich. This is the coolest freaking thing since sliced bread. It's awesome. Let's go do this. We're going to crush this thing. And then, 2 weeks later, they're on to, oh no, this product is even better. And this is great. And then they're on to the next one. And this is awesome. This one is great. Oh my God, this one. No, forget about the 15 before. It's this one. And it's like, dude, how can you expect anybody to look at you and have any interest in what you're doing when you're constantly just coming at them with a different thing? Now, I'm not, look, I've been in 7 companies in 35 years, but I didn't bounce around from deal to deal to deal to deal to deal to deal to deal. It happened, but people do all the time. I know people in the last year that have been in 15 different companies. 15 different companies in the last year. I mean, what is that? That's less than a month each. And they started it, and then they're gone. They started it, and what boggles my mind is how any of those people still have folks that follow them after constantly doing new deals over and over and over again. But some of them, I don't know, some of them seem to be able to do it, and many of them, they lose. It's like, there's, that phrase, the NFL, not the National Football League, the no friends left club. First of all, nobody should be involved in network marketing and be part of the NFL. I've heard it hundreds of times. I'm talking to a person, they're like, yeah, I don't have any, I'm part of the NFL. I'm like, what are you talking about? The no friends left club. I'm like, well, that sucks for you, man. You don't have any friends left? I mean, that must be lonely. It's like, why should you alienate friends and family members because you're involved in a network marketing deal? The only reason you do is because you are doing things that alienate them, where they're like, oh, this is the 15th deal that you've brought to me. You put me in the first 6, and finally I caught wind of it, and now I don't want to talk to you anymore. So, the reason MLM has, what's crazy to me, and I've tested this, like legitimately tested this in all these different countries. I'll be on the platform and I'll say, hey, as I'm going through my training, I'm like, hey, let me ask you a question, because I go into some stuff on the network marketing profession and beliefs and all that. And I'm like, MLM has a blank attached to it. And they're like, every single country if they speak English, they come up with the word stigma. There's no other word that's ever been lipped out of somebody's mouth. So what's crazy, obviously that word's universal. Maybe I should Google it one day and see. I just know that with stigma is just not good, right? I haven't looked at the technical definition, but it's not a good thing. So, but we have that because of, look, it's not like, and the other thing is I hear people say, I got burned. I got burned. I don't know too many people that got burned. Like if you came into a deal, you spent $1,000, you were there, you hobbied it for 3 months, you talked to 3 people, and you lost your grand. You didn't get burned. You just didn't do the deal. So you can't sit there and say you got burned. Now, if you came into a company and that you were on auto ship, the product never came. You stayed on auto ship. You got 6 months of auto ship. They're like, "Where's my product?" They took my initial money. I ordered a bunch of product, and then they went running for the hills and they took everybody's money. Then you could say you got burned. But I don't know. Honestly, I can't even think of a single situation where that happened in a legitimate network marketing company. Maybe some Ponzi scheme or something like that might happen, but not in a legitimate network marketing company. So the primary reasons, and I would look, if I'm sure I've got people that are highly experienced that watch me as well as newer people. If you've been around for a while, what's your thought? Like seriously, like what, whether you're on my YouTube channel or if you're on my, best place to be is for this episode is toddfalcone.com/episode 263. That's this episode. But if you're on YouTube, comment there as well. I would like to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts? It's got to bother you. I mean, it's not like I lose sleep overnight, like because some people have a bad opinion of network marketing. The other part of it is they don't understand it. Like when somebody says, "Oh, is this is one of those get rich quick schemes?" I almost bust out laughing. I'm like, "No, dude, you clearly don't understand network marketing because this is far from a get rich quick deal." I mean, it's far from, can you get rich in network marketing? Yeah, it's with hard work, concerted effort, long-term, all of that, but you got to be full on, all in, fully committed and at it for a long time to create, true wealth in this business. So, but can you? Yes, you can. But it doesn't happen in 3 months. It doesn't happen in a year. People that have gotten rich in network marketing have done it over a number of years. So it's definitely not a get rich quick deal. And then things like, you got to be in early. I mean, shoot, I got a very good friend of mine that joined a company that was 30 years. I actually have multiple people that have done this, 30-year-old companies and gone on to crush it. They weren't at the top, and only the people at the top make the money. And then they're like, oh, if everybody underneath them makes less. No, you have people. That's clearly a person that doesn't understand network marketing, because you could have the person all the way up here and a person 57 levels down deep in the organization who out earns everybody above them because they built the business versus some one-legged deal and nobody else did anything. So, yeah, right. So, why? What do we got to do to change it? Now, I would say, like, if you're gonna look, I think the only way we can do it is individually we got to make decisions, and then as a collective over time things will change. I don't know if they'll fully change because there's always going to be negative people. There's always going to be people that are closed-minded. There's always going to be people that just don't want to understand. Don't want they just don't want to get it. And here's the other thing, like when you have somebody that's got this negativity around the network marketing space, I like to find out like what, so do you have experience in it? Like you obviously have an opinion about it. What, what's been your experience? What happened? You obviously had something happen. Oh, well, my friend tried one and he did it for a couple weeks and, it didn't work out for him. I'm like, bro, seriously? Yeah, so the times that people have negative opinions about it, now look, some people are not cut out for it, truly. They're just not cut out for doing network marketing. I don't think this is a game for every single person. And so sometimes you get people that come in and they just aren't any good. And they don't get any better. And they're, because here's the thing you got to understand. It's a people business. It's a connection business. It's a relationship business. You have to be able to engage. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to network, right? And so if somebody's really, I suppose the people that are probably have the greatest challenge with being successful in network marketing are people that are complete. Like they're at a level of social ineptness. Like they can't even they're comfortable in the corner by themselves. Nobody looking at them. Nobody around them, and if anybody like even looks at them, they oh God, they freak out. Like that kind of person is going to have a very challenging time being successful in a network marketing business. So if somebody like that comes into network marketing and they just don't know how to talk, like they got no game, then they're not going to succeed in the game. That's just the way it is. So I don't think we should be out there saying, hey, network marketing's for everybody. Anybody can do it. Most people can figure it out, but there's definitely people that are not cut out for it. So again, if we're going to change things, and we're going to shift the way people perceive network marketing, it happens with you. It happens with me. It happens with how we operate out in the marketplace, how we interact with people. And so one way we can do it, number one, is to make a decision, man. Plant your flag. And look, I understand things change. Companies make decisions. Economic factors shift, and you might have to do another company. I mean, it would be cool if you join one company, you could be there for life and have residual income till death. That would be wonderful. But that doesn't happen most of the time. I know I have several friends of mine that have been only one company for 20, 30 years. They've gotten rich in those companies, and those companies stayed for the long haul, which is great. But sometimes, things happen. And so I'm not saying, you have to stay in a company if things, go awry. But if you're constantly hopping around, that's not a good thing. That's not going to bode well for your income. That's not going to bode well for the perception of network marketing out there in the marketplace. So the more people that understand what a real true commitment is, plant their flag, get after it, focus on the right activities over an extended period of time. That's what's going to create a different image and a different perception of the space. Secondly, is those individuals that are committed to really get trained up, to really understand human behavior and communication skills and prospecting skills and team building and mentoring and all of these things that we do in the business, because the more skilled you are, the less mistakes that you're going to make. Like, it's funny because I've got a lot of friends in network marketing. I got a ton of friends out of network marketing too. And I'm like the local network marketing residential expert, right? So if I got friends of mine that have never done network marketing, I'm like the go-to guy. They're like, you need to talk to Falcone. If somebody's looking at a company, they got a friend that's looking at a company and they network marketing, they immediately think Falcone. Because I'm like the one friend in those different circles that has been in the network marketing space for a long time. So they're coming to me for professionalism and advice, and I'm literally, like, in some circles, I'm the only guy of all my, I could think of my friend Michael. I'm the only guy that he knows that's been successful in network marketing. He's got friends that have done it, bounced, went in, out, whatever. But I'm like one guy who's like, boom, planted my flag, did it, focused, did the right activities over an extended period of time, and then, trained myself up, because at one point I was super novice, and when you're novice, you make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, you do things that cause people to think differently about you, because especially if they're big mistakes. It's like, dude, you don't get it? How come you're not joining? You're stupid. And every time you go to your turkey dinner, you're like, hey man, now the family wants to avoid you, because it's like all you can do is talk about your deal. There's more to life than your deal. And if you can just be cool and be normal and not be like, da, 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 then guess what? You'll have people that respect you more. They'll feel differently about you. They'll feel differently about the network marketing profession. But the outside world, they always see people that are in and out, into this one, onto the next one. Pushy, naggy, gone. And when they see that, of course, they're going to change their perception about the business. So the way we do it, it starts with you, it starts with me. We got to, treat it like a profession, treat it like a real business, stay focused, stay in, keep doing it while we're doing it, work on our skills, develop our skill sets in all different areas, so that what we're doing in the marketplace is different than everybody else. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen. We can fully change it, because there's always going to be people that don't get it, don't understand, don't want to, but we can do our part. Okay, got it? Cool. All right, look, if you're on my podcast, I love you audio guys and gals, appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you're on my YouTube channel, what's up, YouTubers? And it's all happening here, toddfalcone.com/episode 263. That's this episode, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 263. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing day.